What's up, my good people? It's me, and I'm back with the next video. Welcome to my channel if you are here for the first time, and if not, welcome back. Alright, so I was watching The View a couple of days ago, and once again, one of the hosts in particular showed how hypocritical she is. You know that one host, her name is Hostin. That host was paid to bring up race on every chance she gets on the show. The same host who thinks that Joe Biden's policies aren't even progressive enough, which is laughable. She's also the same host who likes to argue for socialism and preach to the average person about how oppressed she is, when we all know that's a lie because that woman is rich. If that's what oppression looks like, you better give me some. She even argues for open borders, which I don't understand. It's completely ridiculous as an immigrant myself. So she got into what I would call a friendly back and forth with Ana Navarro, who guest hosts on the show from time to time. Sonny basically asked Ana, as a Latina, why is she still a Republican? And of course, Ana clapped back asking her Sonny, why is she still a Catholic? With all the negativity that is associated with the Catholic Church. Ana also let her know how important it was to have two political parties competing for the votes of the people, which is true. We do need that, right? Sonny then responded very weak, as she normally does, with what basically saying that the Catholic Church is not responsible for changing democracy in America. But we got a clip, so just let's watch.
Why are you still a Republican?
Why are you still a Catholic? You don't agree with everything about the Catholic Church?
Yes, but the Catholic Church did not try to destroy democracy in this country. That's very different. We're talking about a political party that doesn't even exist anymore.
What party was Abraham Lincoln?
Your party,
the Republican Party.
Of course, there was
Who helped pass the Voters Registration
What you
Act
have to understand is the Republican Party that you loved doesn't exist ananymore.
No, but I'm
it's
not.
the party of insurrectionists. It's the party of traitors. It's what was that?
White supremacists.
White supremacists. It's not the party that you love.
What you don't understand is that no matter how much you want it to happen, the Republican Party is not going to disappear. And so in my mind, what we need to do is have two strong, healthy parties competing for your vote and my vote.
You're the only non-loca in the party at this point.
Not true.
Anna, what are you running? What are you running?
I have zero intention of running, but I'm not the only non-loca. There's a lot of people who are supporting people like Liz Cheney, like Mitt Romney, like Adam.
Has this woman seen anything that the left has been doing for the past 7 years or so? The left cancels anyone who go against their madness and their propaganda, and they try to censor people who dare to speak out against their BS agendas that usually end up hurting women and children and just society at large. I mean, I am so sick. I am so sick of these people like Sonny, thinking that minorities owe their vote or their support to the Democratic Party. And this kind of mindset is the very reason. It's the very reason why the Democrats think that they don't have to compete for the votes of minority, because they got this thing in the bag. Then they know as long as they can raise hustle and keep convincing minorities that the Republican Party is the boogeyman, then we are bought and paid for. Minorities should not have to be tied to any one political party based on our minority status. I think both parties should have to compete for our votes and our support. People need to refrain or stop questioning minorities who try to go against the grain and think for themselves. Remember when Joe Biden said this?
But I tell you, if you have a problem figuring out whether you're for me or Trump, then you ain't black.
Yeah, he may have said it jokingly, but it is very far from a joke, or it was very far from a joke. Now, just imagine if the other guy who was president at the time had said that. I've seen people like Sonny and people on the left criticize the last president for saying far less than what Joe Biden did. So in case you aren't able to tell by my captivating accent, yes, I'm an immigrant, and I've been living here since 2017. And after I moved here, I was trying to familiarize myself with the politics of the country and whatnot. And right off the bat, I was told by nearly everyone around me that I should be supporting the Democratic Party. And the Republican Party was out of the equation because they hate black people and they hate immigrant. And since I'm black and since I'm an immigrant, I was oppressed. Even though for the life of me, I couldn't see the oppression. Right? But that didn't matter though. All I needed to know was that black people in America are oppressed, which automatically means I am oppressed too. And the keepers of the culture wouldn't have it any other way. Who are these keepers of the culture, you might ask? Well, you already know Sunny, the same woman we are talking about right now. There's also this other one, Amanda Seals, who think that anyone who did not watch her stupid documentary about belittling white people is either a racist or that C word that starts with C and rhymes with moon. Yeah, you know which word I'm talking about, but I don't want my channel to be banned, but you know which word I'm alluding to. Well, there's a lot more, but how can I forget Sunny's BFFs, Joy Reid and Joy Reid Light, aka Tiffany Cross, who I'll be doing my next video on. But to sum them up, they race us over at MSNBC, so feel free to go and check them out if you want. Now back to Sunny. It wouldn't be the first time Sunny has questioned a minority, or Anna in particular, about her party alignment. About a month earlier, Sunny questioned Stephanie Grisham and Anna again for being Republicans. And of course, Anna shut her down immediately right then and there.
If we're going to talk real, let's talk real. Why are you, as a Latina, still part of the Republican Party? And why are you, having seen it firsthand, still part of the Republican
Trump's not
Party?
the Republican Party.
Is he not?
He's not. He's
let me
not
find my card.
He's not the one I choose to believe.
No, but I will answer you that.
80% of voters,
let me answer the question you posed as a Latina. I think the worst thing that can happen to a minority group is to have one party take you for granted and think you're going to vote for them because they have no other option, and to have another party that openly attacks and antagonizes you. And it wasn't too long ago. It wasn't Jurassic Park. It wasn't dinosaurs roaming the earth. When there were people like George W. Bush who came out and openly and publicly supported the Latino community and were able to get 44% of the vote. And so I hope that one day there are two healthy parties competing for our vote and earning our support, not taking one for granted and antagonizing the other. That doesn't help
And on
anybody.
that, I agree with
Liz Cheney is...
Sunny is known for this kind of behavior. Always acting as if minority owe their loyalty to the Democratic Party. Unlike a lot of Republicans I've seen on the show, I can understand why they are Republicans. But for Anna, I just can't see why she's a Republican. Because most of her views are or ideas sound very progressive. Sometimes a little bit too progressive. But that's another story for another video. And I'm just going to leave this right here. So just remember to like, hit subscribe, drop a comment, and turn on the notification bell. Until then, I'll see you in the next video.